Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patron-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of Ryan Towers, who has requested that I react to the album God Hunter by the group Aviators. And this is a longer album. It's about an hour and 25 minutes, which is over my limit for reactions. So I will be splitting it in half and only be doing the first 45 minutes today. The rest will come at a later date if the Patron requests it. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. Now, Aviators is a name that I'm somewhat familiar with. I believe they come from the Brony music scene originally. Yeah, pretty sure that's the case. Unless I'm just greatly mistaken. But I was never all that into the Brony music. I mean, I was a fan of the show, but I just never got really all that into and invested in that part of the fandom. I mean, I know there were musicians making pony music that I liked, like Ponyphonic, but most of it didn't really do much for me, and I never bothered to really pay much attention. But despite that, I still recognize the name Aviators. I can't really place it at the moment what songs they did, but I'm sure at least some that I know, probably. I'm not sure, but it definitely sounds familiar to me, unless I'm just thinking of something completely wrong. But with the title God Hunter, I'm guessing this album is not pony related. I mean, if it is with that title, that's even better, but I somehow doubt it. So this will probably be post-pony music from them. And yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I don't really, since I was never all that into it and only just have a passing memory of the name, I don't really know what kind of music they do. But hopefully it's something I enjoy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. And here we go. Oh, okay. Just drums kicking in there all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, very fantasy-inspired lyrics here. Not ponies, but still, still pretty nerdy. But that's fine. Alright, God Hunter's gonna hunt you down. Are we starting with a title track? Being a God Hunter sounds like a rather difficult job.
Of my mind, for it could be such a threat to me, the conqueror of time. Yet the whispers of a reckoning have kept the spirits beckoning to look upon my crime. Blood and war, when the world is no more. She's been watching for a century with hatred and with scorn. If you know the hunter's coming, then you hide or keep on running, 'cause she's slain the gods before.
Master of the Eldritch, huh? Alright. Back to the chorus. Okay, well that was pretty good. I like this one. Nice folk melody to it.
Take me to the tower where false gods reside in peace. Let them wither from the inside. Watch their adoration cease. Now with no more heroes left to call the chaff among the streets. The gates release. The gates release.
We're really fully committed to this whole fantasy motif.
Dreams, they're haunted, burning, stirring in my head. On the streets still running red. Thoughts are stirring and I am hunger for their power, just to taste the opportunity to watch the elders cower. When the waters fall,
Not sure it needs all this.
they'll see their final hour. The rain still showers. The rain still showers. Take me as the vessel to infect the whole charade. I've come much too far to accept this society they've made. In the corner of the wasteland, under storms of acid rain, the last remain. The last remain. Sing in grief or requiem, the curse of our millennium. These souls keep whispering from the riverbed. And to all these violent means, life in these red water dreams, they're haunted burdens stirring in my head, on the streets still running red.
It's feeling a bit overproduced, I would say. I don't know if it needs all this, like, synth on top of everything. Which I could kind of say of the first song, too.
Most went in the flood, a few were martyred by the flames. Yet those who unleash the waters are still guilty all the same. When the ignorance of puppets serves the master's larger game, they let it rain. They let it rain. When I get the chance to rise, I'll find the light in their cold eyes. I'll lose myself and carry out revenge. The righteous hunt has just begun. The dimming of the fleeting sun will let these waters run clear once again. Sing in grief or requiem, the curse of our millennium. These souls keep whispering from the riverbed. And to all these violent means, life in these red water dreams, they're haunted burdens stirring in my head, on the streets still running red.
I do like his voice, though, I will say that. Pretty good. There is a lot here to like. I think the lyrics, from what I can make out of them, are pretty interesting. The music kind of distracts from them a little bit, though. At least so far. Well, this is interesting. Kind of a big break from the fantasy vibe we had before. I mean, not lyrically, but just in terms of the music, we the other musical styles kind of just lend themselves to the imagery a bit more. Yeah, this is basically just straight up dance synth pop, and it just meshes a lot weirder with the fantasy lyric. Okay. That was weird. I don't know. Oh. And now we're back to the folk feel. At least starting out. I think one of the biggest problems I'm hearing with this group is that just there's too much going on, and it tends to drown out the vocal. And I feel like the lyrics are interesting, but it's hard to really make them out. It becomes a bit too indistinct. Like, I can't even make out the chorus there. If you stripped it down like this and had that just be all there was the whole way through, it would probably sound pretty cool. Then there's gotta be all this other stuff on top of it. Huh?
Never too late for changes, never too late to move. With the barriers down, there is nothing left to prove. Then you're never too far to look back at the vengeance or the fall. When there's nothing else left but to take your curtain call. Give the ending just a little flavor if you're going down the way as well. 'Cause it's too late for a savior, but it's never too late for help.
Well, this one's kind of cool. You can actually make out the lyric for a change.
It's never too late for madness. It's never too late for death.
It does manage a real sense of urgency here.
I will stand with bated breath. Now there's no one left to hurt us, and there's no one left to save. At the ending of all, it's the silence that I crave. Give the ending just a little flavor. If you're seeing ghosts, they'll face the same. Cause you're never gonna be the savior, but the leader keeps the monster sane. Let the burdens of the weak away now. Let the many become the few. Cause it's never too late for mercy to let the red tides rise to you. Never too late for secrets. Never too late to hide. Build the barriers up, let no one else inside. Heroes can save the future, and no one can change the past. Need the hands of a god just to make this city last. Give the ending just a little flavor. If you're seeing ghosts, they'll face the same. Cause you're never gonna be the savior, but a leader keeps the monster sane. Lift the burdens of the weak away now. Let the many become the few. Cause it's never too late for mercy to let the red tides rise to you.
Yeah, this is just consistently good. Definitely the best track so far. Everything just feels a bit more purposeful. And just makes for a nice, satisfying mid-tempo song.
As power tends toward violent ends, I'll choose to give up nothing. Cause it's too late to be the hero, and it's too late to see the truth. I'm exempt of absolution, but it's never too late for you.
Alright, yeah. That was good. Oh. Wait, is this still the same song, or...? I think it still sounds like the same song. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. How are we gonna follow it up? Another rather dancey one here. Very 80s sound, I would say. It's an interesting combination of elements, but kinda liking it. Not bad. Maybe you could use a little bit more focus, but still pretty enjoyable. Uh,
Still air, the harvest moon in the sky, full scare of the supernatural demise. Raised hair on the back of your neck tells you something is lurking tonight. The hymns of the October wind are howling through the trees. The sunset's all the night to bring the bravest to their knees. I think the light is lifted, letting spirits through the flame. And shadows for the beasts have come to scare us all away.
okay. This is definitely like a Halloween song. I'm just getting that whole spooky Halloween vibe down pretty well. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh.
riches, a church of stolen souls. You built a network of the outrage to further push your callous goals. Wars won on the airways, battles waged on the screen. It's like you're hungry for disaster, just to be the first one on the scene. Now your ink is bleeding red, the headlines are going dead. You're spinning records so you can spin the truth a little, to sell off what's in our hands, keep the vultures well fed. You're playing checkers with our ears stuck right in the middle. Built to feed the ego, set to stop the mind, diluted information to sprinkle doubt into a lie. Dreams implied of riches to make us greedy too. You called your message the Messiah, and your crucifixion's coming soon. Now your ink is bleeding red, the headlines are going dead. You're spinning records so you can spin the truth a little, to sell off what's in our hands, keep the vultures well fed. You're playing checkers with our ears stuck right in the middle.
It's a weird, weird metaphor. Okay, well, there we go. That was it for now. Yeah, that was, I mean, it had parts that were good, and I like the, I just feel like it could have been better. I mean, the lyrics seemed interesting when I could make them out, but a lot of the time they were just drowned out by the musical choices. At least, I mean, I got like pretty good headphones that usually work pretty well for most things. So I don't think it's on my end. It was just a bit too muddled a lot of the time, and too many like fuzzy synths that just got in the way and were over top, and it I don't know. I think it should have been stripped back a little more and just let the vocal shine through, so we can get at that lyric, which it seemed like a lot of thought went into that, a lot of fantasy imagery, and probably, I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of like concept album with like a lore of its own. Probably that's how these things usually go when we go in that heavy, when we lean that heavy on the fantasy stuff. But yeah, with I couldn't really make much sense of any of it. But there were at least a couple songs where it came together, at least to an extent. That one kind of in the middle that I made a point of was pretty good. That was definitely the best one, the mid-tempo one with the... I forget how it went, but yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. I think I called enough attention to it. But yeah, just overall... I wanted to like it more than I did. I think it wasn't terrible, but it just it definitely feels a lot more unpolished and like compared to the other stuff I've listened to, which I mean is probably the case. I mean, I believe Aviators is like a hobbyist or someone. I mean, maybe he's just living off it now. I don't know if he's doing it professionally, but he definitely isn't quite someone like the other groups I've been listening to, quite on that level. I would think. I don't know. Maybe we'll see that that's wrong. I'm gonna look him up here, like I usually do. Aviators music. And not even a Wikipedia page. See what TV Tropes describes him as. Okay, Vermont native Tyler Shaw, better known to his fans by his stage name Aviators, is an independent electronica musician whose goal is to completely blow your mind with his music through fusing genres like dubstep and metal or trance and orchestra. He's best known for music pertaining to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, but he also has a wide variety of other music as well, including a concept album for a video game and a soundtrack for an actual video game. He also has... yeah, and he's... oh wow, he's been rather prolific with it, it seems. Just consistently released stuff since 2011. Just pretty cool. And he never took a year off, and some years he had multiple albums. So that's pretty cool. And this is his most recent one. But yeah, I definitely had real moments of promise, but I feel like a lot of there were a lot of missteps as well, stuff that could have just been better. I don't know. I mean, at least for me, I wish I could really connect more with the lyrics that he had. I think that would have made it a better experience, but just all that noise kind of made it hard. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure what else to say. It was interesting. I mean, it's better than I could do, that's for sure. But that's not saying a lot. Just yeah, I mean, it was interesting, very different. I mean, combination of things. As that said, I mean, he's clearly blending genres here. We had a lot of well, synth pop, obviously, electronic stuff, and we blend it with folk and with well, other things. I guess the first one was kind of like anthemic and kind of just had that big fantasy score type sound to it. And that's a lot of interesting things, but if you throw too much at something, then it kind of becomes a bit hard to listen to. And I think we kind of were staggering on that point, and I don't know. It didn't quite come together for me, but it was certainly interesting, and I would be happy to listen to the rest if the patron is so inclined. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.